Good morning, Virgo. I was still fixing the camera here, and it decided to come on. So here we are, impromptu. Here we are. Virgo, welcome to Path of Enlightenment. For those of you returning, welcome back, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Virgo, this is going to be your February 2024 reading. Thank you guys for your patience. I know this is getting out a little late to you, a lot later than I would like to have to, but here we are. So this will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. Discern the messages, flip the roles as it applies. You're here, you know the drill. So with that, I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody who has liked, shared, subscribed, commented to the channel. I'm watching things just open up beautifully and unfold, and I'm so grateful to each and every single one of you who take time from your day for me. So again, thank you very much. Personal reads are open and available, and that information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. Email is there, working on a calendar, I'm going to get to it, finish that up soon, and then that will be available as well. So with that, Virgo, let's jump into your reading. Let's see what's going on for you guys throughout the month of February. There will be a mid-month reading. I'm going to put yours out a little bit later, as well as Capricorn. Simply just because I was later getting these out, okay? But then we'll get back on track for March. So, all right, Virgo, let's see what's going on. Destiny, observation, and perception. Unique energy, Virgo. It gives me the chills. Like, I've got the chills going down my spine, down my arms. This is like, you could, like, you ever see, I always compare it to movies, which is funny because I never watch movies. Like, excuse me. I used to when I was younger, not so much anymore. But it's like, you ever see one of those, I don't know if it was The Matrix or what, I can't remember, it's been so long. But like, they pop up like little images of things from maybe the past, right? Like, there's like flashes of this scene, then there's a flash of that scene, then the next thing, and then the next thing, and they all kind of like run in together and overlap. I hope that my poor interpretation of movie images makes sense to you, put it that way, okay? That's how this energy feels. I feel like you almost could be feeling like you're having some sort of out-of-body experience in some way. And this can be in your waking life. This can be timeline shifts, right? And it's sitting back and being the observer to all of these events that have happened in your life and how they have all brought you to this very moment. And it's like, it's almost like you're starting to connect the dots on a spiritual level. Give me 1 second. Is it going to go away? Okay, there we go. So sorry, something popped up on the screen. It's almost like you're connecting the dots. You're taking each puzzle piece, you're incorporating it, you're looking at each part of it and going, what does this mean to me? What did that moment in time hold for me? There could also be some Irish Celtic culture, ancestral, Spirit is saying DNA and programming. The readings that I have done this morning have been very unique, would be the best way that I know how to put this. But this is about your lineage too, Virgo. For whatever reason, right now, it's like you're watching these, Spirit is referring to them as like movie effects. Call it the Matrix if you want to. Call it whatever you will. But you're sitting back and you're looking at this big picture and going, every little bit of detail, and it's about the details, has brought me to this very moment. Spirit is calling it fine-tuning the understanding and the perception via observation, from looking at it from day one and moving forward. It's like if you were to write a book and read it from day one to day, whatever number you're on. Spirit's giving me the number 42, and I just seen 444 on the clock. So maybe I'm sure that's for somebody. there's a lot of, there's 3 specific signs that Spirit is saying has held some type of ramifications in your world. Now, for all of you, it's going to be different, but I'm going to say what they're showing me predominantly is Sagittarius, Pisces, and Aries. Thank you, Spirit. And they're saying, let's not forget where we are in the age of Aquarius. You're going to have to decipher what that means for you. Because I feel like as you're fine-tuning the information that's coming in, or you're fine-tuning the observations of your life that you have made, the perception, the understanding of it, it's almost like something here is unlocking and unfolding for a higher knowledge and purpose for you. And now, I've said it recently quite a bit, it's come out of my mouth. Now is the time. Aquarius and Pluto, these are uncharted times. This is uncharted ways of living entirely. We look at AI, we look at all of the things that are coming. I can tell you too, like I talked about quite a bit last year, of moving into this energy of the banking institutions, the mortgages, all of those things. I'm seeing it play out firsthand. There's going to be a lot of changes, and it's kind of like, I don't think you ever thought that you would be here in this time-space reality. Like there's something very, very deep that is running through you. And I will say, Virgo, too, that even if you are just new to this, or you're just starting off on this path, it's kind of like you feel like you're waking up very quickly to some deep knowledge of how this all fits together. It's a very, very interesting energy. Spirit is also bringing up the fact of your children. Some of you could have up to 6 kids. That's very important too, like the lineage that you are leaving behind when you pass one day. Okay, it's like Spirit is saying you're coming out of the shadows, Virgo. This is a very, very unique reading. Granted, I already said that, but I'm going to reiterate it because it's almost like you're getting ready to blossom. You're getting ready to unfold in these various ways. The letter C could be very, very important to you for some reason. This could be a name. This could be a place. I just said a little bit ago, actually, right? The Celtic culture as well. So, you figure out where that fits for you. But very interesting energy here, Virgo. Compassion and protection. Virgo, for some of you, I feel like you're detaching. Spirit is giving me specifically Cancerian energy for your reading for some reason. They're calling it an emotional detachment. I'm going to tell you guys, the majority of your messages are coming in intuitively. Spirit is just very, very steadily coming in with these messages, which makes me happy. I'd rather do it that way than more so than with cards. But this is the end of the road and the rope with something. And I've seen this for you guys back and forth, right? For a long time. This protection, and you know what I think is extremely unique about this protection card, it says Eye of God, and then you look at this ladder, and that ladder extends up to the heavens, up to a completely different world, a completely different reality, right? Virgo, I feel like you are waking up to a new reality, that being a 10. This is a death and a rebirth process for you, and it's about the loyalty to the self. I kind of feel like you got 43 and 34. They're reflective of each other. Dynamism and limitless. This is like seeing the forest before the trees, right? Like it's like you're not just seeing, or you can't see the forest before the trees. There we go. But you're seeing past it now. Whatever, you see that, like, there's so much going on. It's so busy, right? There's so much happening. It's like there's a tree, there's, you know, the whole picture that your eyes are taking in the lens of the eye is taking in this big, vast, wow, there's this big forest in front of me, but there's all these trees, so you're looking at each individual one. It's like, to me, it's confusion, it's busyness, right? Because your eyes are going from this thing to that thing to this thing to that thing. Now there is a path forward, Spirit is saying. That ladder is the extensional source for you to come out of that forest, to come out of those trees, to see what is clearly on the other side is a complete new world, a new universe, a new space of belonging, a new creation. The Spirit is saying that is all for you. If you've been in this place where you've had to disconnect, my nose is itching, it's like always confirmation, out of my sneezes, that you've been in this place, it's like this is starting to open up. You know, it's funny, I didn't really see it like this until just the second, you know, it says the eye of God, but you look at this, I said about the forest for the trees, I was looking directly there, right? But you look back at it from a distance, and it does look like the eye, right? The shape is like the eye of God. The blue lens, blue eyes could be very important to you as well. Excuse me. You could have blue eyes. But now you're seeing everything in totality. You're not just, you know, and there's so much to this card right now. You're not just seeing that forest, right? But do you see, and it's very hard to see. Down at the very bottom, there's animals down there. There's like a deer, it looks like a bear. Maybe some other deer, I can't quite see it all that well. There's a squirrel in that tree. Those could be very important. They could be totems for you. Be careful of deer when you're driving, depending on where you live. But now you're seeing how it all comes together. Some of you could be diving into a deeper spiritual awareness. Some of you could be seeing how religions connect to one another. How it's like, again, connecting the dots, whether it's of your own life or the world around you or both. You're starting to see how it all works and plays out together one way or another. Now you're realizing that there's potential behind it all. Limitless. I keep hearing potential, 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 potential. Limitless potential. This is almost like, you know, we talk about the age of Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius. It's a whole new way. Everything is different. And will be extremely, you know, progressive in a sense for the next 20 years, AI and everything else in between. But I feel like at some point, Virgo, you could have put limitations on what you believed in. Those structures, those belief systems, the foundations of our existence. Now there's this divine, deepening connection, understanding how everything is connected on a greater sense of source. Okay, I hope that's all making sense. These are some really unique, extremely just, I hate to say out there, not out there, but a very different type of reading than your normal 3D. He's going, she's coming, you're fighting, you're loving, you know, all that stuff. All right, Virgo, let's see. Past energy here. Very lovely opening, very eye-opening opening here for you guys. Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords. I feel like this is a defensiveness of your own beliefs, your own ideas, your own thoughts, even if they would bring in some kind of struggle or strife or things that kept you up at night. Like a lot of, well, this is what I was taught, this is what I know, this is what I've heard, this is what I've seen, so I'm going to defend that. Realizing, you know, King of Pentacles I always see as Taurus, but Spirit is saying in this particular case, this is you. So, Virgo. Three of Swords. Even, I just said, if it let you down, or however I just worded that, even if it let you down, that belief system was the very thing that you still relied upon, because one way or another, it's just, this is just the way it is. So if I'm met with this, then that's the way it's supposed to be. And I think for you guys, you've seen that maybe as a space of surrender, but I don't think that it was. It was resistance, a resistance to see it in some other form. now it's like seeing it through the eyes of somebody else, whether it's God, spirit, angels, ancestors, whatever. That system, it was self-sabotage. That Five of Swords is self-sabotage. It leads us to our own pain and our own heartbreak, our own disappointment. Maybe the very thing King of Pentacles getting dethroned. What brings him back down to a page or a knight, where he's got to repeat some lessons. If it was tied up to the tangible, that money, houses, cars, things, were the thing that actually brought happiness, there's something about it that says no. I think that there are certain parts of it that you've not had compassion for, but then there's another part of this that says maybe I should have acted with more compassion. Okay, it's very unique. And I'm not trying to beat you guys up, but there you are. The Hermit. This is introspection. This is you diving deeper into the soul level of understanding what healing truly means, what it is to truly alchemize between both the emotions and the earthly realm, the tangible realm. That is you of the earth, right? This is healing. This is the stardom of healing for you through this Hermit energy. Spirit just says, I've always got to go it alone. You're saying, I've always got to go it alone. Maybe you're meant to unify. There's that connectedness, right? You're meant to unify. Page of Cups. Compassion, charisma, charm. 10 of Wands tried to come out. Too hard to, and I was thinking about the Hangman, and he's showing himself. Too many cards, though. It is a big change in the way that you move, Virgo. Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Swords. You know, I've seen this for you guys, I think, since around your solar return last year, where you've kept going back and forth on something. And I want to say, if this was relationships and things like that, this could have been, you know, well, what we have works because we have this house and we have these cars, or we have this together. It was, we have to make this work because of these things, not because there was pure emotion involved. Something here around the backstab, the betrayal, the nasty endings, the hurt. It's created some type of realization. And it's funny because I said about how you've got these different pictures coming in form, right? Going, here's this, and there's that, and there's this, and there's that. But what they're showing me is almost like you're missing a piece, a part of these conflicts that have led you to this moment. Like, you've gotten it up to that point where you were in that back and forth thing with whomever or whatever this has been for the past 6 months. But now, it's like, from that point to now, there's still something you're refusing to see. Or it's something that you're trying to forget. Just like all of this past, memories, awareness, maybe the way somebody else did things in your family, breaking generational curses, whatever. I'm going to call it generational habits. They're not curses. It's a choice. You also have to examine the last 6 months. You can't bypass that. Because just like you're having this aha now, this is going to come back up regardless. Okay? Spirit is saying this is for your higher good. Future energy for Virgo, please, Spirit. Page of Pentacles. You know, it's funny. I said that King of Pentacles getting knocked down to the Page or the Knight of Pentacles in that particular area. I've got the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. You're going back to the space of learning. You're going back to being the messenger. But when I say the messenger, I don't see you coming in with news and offers. I see you coming in with, I need to learn something new here. It's Eight of Pentacles vibes. It's the apprentice. It is self-mastery. it is now mastering this new awareness that has come into you, that you are now going, okay, wait a minute, what is this? What is this about for me? I think there's a fear attached to this too. Justice card. Justice card came out for Capricorn. There we go. Couldn't think for a second. The Magician. Destined, fated to understand that to open yourself up emotionally, Virgo, is not going to kill you. That there's more to this happiness than the tangible. There's more happiness than just giving things. Because I feel like at some point here, somebody is starting to extend an offer of care, generosity, and love to you. And I also remember I said to you in the beginning, Pisces energy, right? Page of Cups. There's that Pisces. Six of Wands. I'm going to clarify that one before I speak on it. This is an alchemization, Virgo, of the Pentacle and the Cup. It's allowing you to think about what both of those things mean. It's also prompting you to take action on both of those things. Okay? The scales are being balanced here for you. There's that Page of Pentacles again. Not once, but twice. You see, I'm going to show this to you. Moving forward, you've got the Page of Pentacles from the Rider-Waite deck, right? He's got that Pentacle, forthright, giving, offering, open to giving and receiving, essentially. This Page of Pentacles, she holds back. There's hesitancy. There's resistance. She's about her stability. This one is forward facing. There's the body language, completely different, right? Your body language, you know, if you, psychology, you crunch your arms crossed, you're protecting yourself. There's that protection. She's keeping everything close knit to her. Same thing with that Five of Swords, which she's clarifying. It's mine. I'm going to keep this close to me. I'm going to keep my thoughts and my things close to me. I feel the need to protect those things for myself. And you're starting to see that this form of protection that you've used, seeing things just singularly, one thing at a time, rather than looking at the big picture, has created a lot of pain and disappointment as a result of this. You could be feeling right now, Virgo, that you're being thrown off your throne. Where you thought you were stable and consistent, it's like the rug is being pulled out from underneath you. Or this is how you have felt over the past few months. 3 months specifically. So December, January, well, November, December, January. We're just now into February. Whatever the time frame, it doesn't matter. But the conviction of what you thought that these things were going to be, judgment, release, Seven of Cups, it's caused confusion, Seven of Pentacles, things not coming to fruition. I'm just not a fan of the Seven of Pentacles. I never have been. So for those of you like, oh, Seven of Pentacles, you've planted your seeds. Yeah, well, what are those seeds doing right now? They're just sitting there. So it's delayed. That the reality of this pain, the reality of the disappointments, the reality of a way of thinking. You know, let me remind you, we see the Three of Swords as heartbreak, pain, disappointment, which gives you this Cups vibes, the emotions, right? We tend to forget that while there's rain on that card, this is also mental. There's swords. It's air energy. Your way of thinking about the tangible, about being on that throne, being, I'm not trying to beat you down, Virgo, being on a high horse, whatever you want to call it. There's another way, and I think you're starting to open up to that. And don't ever feel bad for not seeing it some other way or stepping into that, because you weren't meant to. You weren't ready for that. And if you're not ready, you know, it's not going to work. It's like teaching a kid to swim. You know, it's sink or swim kind of thing, right? It's scary. For some kids, it scares the hell out of them. They don't ever want to swim again. It ruins them. You know what I'm saying. It just depends. The sun here, though, was illuminating and creating a dry up of those emotions, the pain that has happened for so long for you, tied to a way of thinking about things, that it can only be done in this way. And if you don't like it my way, then, you know, to hell with you. you've held back on those. You've reserved, how to put it, you've reserved your way of being as a one way does it all. And it's funny to see you in this really stubborn energy, Virgo, because you're not a fixed sign, but you're very true to how you thought about things, what you believed in. It was thought, strategy, and the pentacle. All air, all earth. They're not a great combination. Page of Cups. Justice in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles. That's a hard time balancing your emotions. And you know, they say that you look at the back of the card there, that water is in flux. It's up and down, it's back and forth. You know, side note, side message here, Virgo. Whoever you're dealing with, because I don't feel like this is you, as you start to unravel particular ways of your own thought process, you may start to see the shadow side and manipulation come in from another person. Because let's throw a hypothetical out there, okay? You both have a very similar thought process on things, and you start to level up, you start to open up, you start to expand your horizon. The person you're dealing with is not there. They're not ready for that. It's going to make them mad. It's going to piss them off. You're going to start to see the shadow side of that. Pay attention to that dynamic. They don't want spiritual. Okay, because I said, I'm thinking to myself, Six of Wands is here. That's victory, success. How does this fit in with this? Spirit just said, come again, Spirit. How they just worded this. They don't want you to move on without them. And they know the more you wake up, you're likely to trail off and do your own thing. Okay? They don't want you to stop being who it is that you've always been to them. And that's a boundary thing. You're going to start to implement more boundaries here, Virgo. It's the inevitable. King of Cups. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, but again, Pisces. It's going to be water energy, definitely. Here with this, I usually see the King of Cups as Scorpio, but I'm very drawn to that Pisces, that fish there. You could have Pisces placements as well. Hangman, Pisces energy. Right? There we go. There we go again. Heavy, heavy on the Pisces energy. Taurus, Libra, Empress energy as well. Virgo, I feel like you're flipping the script on somebody here where you are becoming more stable, more aware, more in touch with your emotions as your perspective is changing. You are becoming, I see the Hangman as being flexible with the way we start to view things or acknowledge things. I don't think you understand what kind of level of happiness this is going to bring into your world. I also think that in the past you dealt with your own shadow side that said, this is the only way. This is what love is like. You're stepping into a new time-space reality. You're finally bringing in the cups to your world, and somebody else is so used to you being in your earth and air energy that it feels unbalanced to them. It makes them feel almost suffocated by the changes that you're making, because it's, especially if you live with somebody, it's going to force a change within them. It's either they're going to change with you and evolve with you, or you're going to go your separate ways, right? Because if not, it's going to become very toxic. This Page of Pentacles in the future for Virgo Spirit. What does Virgo need to know? Way too many cards. Way too many cards. Spirit for Virgo, Page of Pentacles. The Star. The Ten of Swords. More healing, Virgo. More and more healing. Again, this is going back down from that King of Pentacles. I'm going to say graduating from the King of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles. We can never be so wise that we can't learn something new. Virgo, plain and simple. And by you submitting yourself to these changes or these differences, you become the student again. You are becoming the student to your own life. I don't care how, you could be 24, 64, 84, it doesn't matter. You are becoming the student again. And I'm going to say all because of this Aquarius energy. Now, I'm not sure on an astrological level, and I'd have to look into it because I haven't had a chance to look at that stuff lately. How Aquarius and Pluto are affecting you directly, right? But I said again in the beginning, Pisces and Aquarius energy, and that has come out very heavy in this reading. There it is again. You are learning a new way. This is revolution. It is immense change that is going to take whatever you felt like you were lacking, and it's going to create immense balance. It's leaving, look at this, there's the World card with it. Look, oh my gosh, I got the chills. Ten of Swords, the pain, the hurt, the betrayal, the backstab. It's coming to a close. That Page of Swords, again, or no, right? No, it wasn't yours, I'm sorry. Page of Swords, though, I still want to say another page. I said it would take you back to the page, right? That's the student. She's learning. She's growing. She's walking the line. She's towing the line. She's open to discovery. I'm going to be cute and say you've graduated. Congratulations, Virgo. You're learning again. You're up leveling. You're a little fish in a big pond now, and that's okay. Eight of Wands. Spirit is saying slow and steady, and there's the Judgment card. Slow and steady wins the race on this. This balancing is going to happen in the perfect time. I feel like the more open you are to this change, the more carefully, if that's the English language, I don't even know. I just probably made some shit up right there. Spirit, the universe, God, angels, whatever, they're going to handle you in a more gingerly manner, because they're like, okay, we're not going to toss you off the deep end of a cliff and go, here, figure it out. What? It's like the more you open yourself up to this and you're coming at it from an emotional space, a loving space, an open heart, they're going to take their time with you. They're going to nurture you through this evolvement that is happening for you. So I like that. Be open to it. But you've got the Magician and the Ten of Cups underneath. The one thing I think a lot of you have lacked is genuine love and happiness, and it's coming. But now that you understand that everything that's ever happened has brought you to this point, and why. Okay? Alright, advice for Virgo. Backstabbing, heartbreak and pain, separation, loss, deceptions and lies, shocking attacks. Self-sabotage, Virgo. And I'm going to say this too, for some of you, this could have been at the hands of someone else, in the sense that maybe you were drawn to a specific kind of person over your lifetime, right? Or your years. And you see now, there's something about that person that has the same traits as the person before them, and then the person before them, and then the person before them. Why in the hell do you keep picking up these same kinds of people? Same person, different face. Phoenix, Scorpio energy, transformation, transmutation, new phase, rekindle, renew, growth, change mind, rising from the ashes. Again, Pluto energy, tied to Scorpio. You are transforming. I love it. Healthy choices. You're making better choices. Self-love, self-care, being happier, love and life. In the past, your unconditional love was tied to addictions and codependency. Control mechanisms, things that were one-sided, people who probably love-bombed you, only gave when they had nothing, you know, nothing else to give to. They gave to you because they knew you would invest back into them more than they gave you. Emotional blocks, I want to say Pisces, Virgo, very heavy on the Pisces. You are making very different choices now, and you will continue to do that as you move on, progression and arriving. Virgo, release. Don't question why, just release. Divine higher faith, my dear. I'm leaving it there. Virgo, I like this reading for you. This is an awakening. This is an awareness. This is the ahas. This is graduation. You are graduating, and you are becoming the student again. And if you play your cards right, pun intended, you end up with that Ten of Cups and that Magician. I'd be very happy about that, because that's beautiful happiness. That is wish fulfillment. That is everything you could ever ask for and more. All right, guys, I hope this reading helps you. I hope that it resonated. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I appreciate every single one of you. Again, description box below, about section of the page. That information for readings is in there. Reach out to me for a personal. I'd be very happy to get you set up. All right, guys, I'm wishing you the very best. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.